Hi, I'm Steve. This is Fran. Today we're talking Sub-Zero Wolf versus Viking. We are not Viking dealers, so we're not going to do any ranking of any kind. We were actually the first Viking dealer in New England back in 1990, one of the first. And great range. They were the first with the Pro range. And what happened over time is they didn't really invest, in my opinion. And they went into Viking culinary arts centers, and they were busy doing cooking classes. And at the same time, Sub-Zero bought Wolf and retooled that line. So really what we're talking about is the company started it, and the company that, in my opinion, kind of took it.
Yep.
Right? But I do like Viking. I do like the new president, Ann Porcelli, who's been on our channel. Excellent. I think she'll turn it around. I do think Viking has some validity now. Whereas 5-6 years ago, I wouldn't have said that.
Okay.
So we can't sell everything and service everything. So some lines we can't sell. And Viking is one of them for now. But they do have their attributes, and let's get into that.
All right. So let's start with cooking here. And this is really where Viking was kind of, like you said, like that Pro range, the first one there. So let's get into cooking, compare the Pro ranges between Wolf and Viking.
Well, Wolf's improved really on the dual fuel front. They haven't changed very much on the gas front. What I like about, I think in terms of Viking, what you're going to get is 17 colors, and they went to Sherwin-Williams to get them. So it's going to match the color tones in your kitchen, right? I think when you look at Viking, they've got the chromium griddle finish, which is easier to clean than the roll metal of the Wolf. I think when you look at burner outputs, the max Wolf gets is 20. The max Viking gets is 23,000 BTU. They have the Tuscany finishes, which are very different. Sub-Zero is now, they've morphed into white and black. So you get white, black, stainless. So there's a lot to be said there. I think what's really missing for Viking is the technology size, where you get the Wolf Gourmet and the dual fuel, whereby, you pick the food, how you want it cooked, hit the Gourmet button. It tells you time, temperature, and even rack position. They've got the Verticross convection system, which is twin fans, extended elements, so you bake more evenly on 3 levels than you would on, say, a Viking or any other single convection, whether we're talking about thermal or anything else.
Yeah, and I like you said, the Wolf a couple years ago really relaunched their dual fuel range. And that's really where they put all of that technology into. They had that Wolf Gourmet in their wall ovens for some time, and they really incorporated that into the Pro ranges. So like you said, really guided cooking, walks you through everything. You select exactly what you want, does a really nice job. What I also like about the Wolf is on the top on their burners. So, like you said, they go up to 20,000 BTUs, but unlike some other Pro ranges, really you can simmer on any burner. They use that dual stack burner, so you could really get down low on pretty much any burner there, which is nice. It's good for flexibility. You don't have to worry about moving a pot around the cooktop if you're looking to go from a boil to a simmer or anything like that. You can do it right there. As far as the technology goes, definitely superior, where Viking doesn't really give you that. But as far as the look, for sure, Viking has had those color options, different style ranges in the Tuscany series, where Wolf has really kind of been that traditional kind of professional style range, but now incorporating some color, like you said there too. Wall ovens.
I think when you talk about wall ovens, once again, we're talking about the same thing. Whereas Wolf, you're going to get the Gourmet technology, whereas you're not on the Viking. What Viking has that's really kind of cool is they were the first out with that French door, right? Where, kind of like, it's really interesting that Middleby took them over, and they've got all these wonderful lines that they put in Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin' Donuts is cooking because Middleby's got products that let them cook. But really the only thing that transferred over was the French door wall oven for some reason. With all that wonderful different cooking, the French door is what they got. Whereas in the Wolf, they give you the more usable Gourmet, the better convection system. So really, again, and we can go into steam ovens that are super simple to use with the Gourmet. I have one.
Definitely.
Way easy. You just hit buttons with that. So you could make steam really user-friendly on a Wolf. So from that vantage point, in terms of built-in cooking, I think Wolf's a little bit better. I do think that Viking French door is very interesting, especially, you know, in tighter island spaces, you're not dropping down a door.
Yeah, and what I like about Wolf too is they give you, really they give you that technology, but they give it to you in some different options as far as the look goes. So if you like that traditional pro look with the knobs and a pro handle, you can get it. If you like something more transitional with a smaller handle, you can get it. If you like something really contemporary and no handles, you can still get all those Wolf Gourmet modes. They just give it to you in some different options there too, in their built-in cooking and the wall ovens too. So I like that as well. And Wolf as well definitely has some different options. If you're looking for maybe a little bit more basic and not have all those, they really do a nice job of giving you a lot of different options, from steam ovens to speed ovens and different types of wall ovens there too.
Yeah, I think their wall ovens are better. French door and the Viking. By the way, if you like the channel, hit the like and subscribe button so the YouTube people and the algorithm won't hate us as much as they recently do for whatever reason. So what's next?
So let's talk refrigeration.
Yeah, Amana came out in the early 1990s with their integrated kind of commercial refrigerator. And then Amana got sold to Goodman Holdings. And then they there in turn sold that refrigerator to Viking.
Mm-hmm.
That Viking was the original Amana. And what's really interesting is that group used to be in Iowa for all this time, for almost 25 years. Mm-hmm. They just moved it down to Mississippi. I think Viking's had some trouble with refrigeration because their pedigrees in cooking, specifically pro ranges. I think that if you're looking for a high-end refrigerator, not only getting, I think when you're talking about just the way it opens with the vacuum seal, the split climate that goes into different areas, just the multitude of designer types.
Incredible.
I mean, in all different sizes, 30, 36, 42, and 48, whether you want side-by-side French door, you want integrated with two drawers underneath it. You want dispensers. I think in this particular case, Sub-Zero is just far better than the Viking product.
Yeah, I mean, really with Sub-Zero, you can get, like you said, anything you want, any size, and they do have those 2 series, which is nice if you like that really flush integrated look. And really, they've kind of, you know, you've seen a lot of these new refrigerators coming out, the 42 French doors, the 48s, and there's doors everywhere, 6 doors here, and they decided to kind of say, you know what, we're not going to do that. And their 48 and the 42-inch French doors, it's still that traditional 3-door where you have the 2 doors up top, the 1 big drawer in the bottom. And you're starting, I think people like that kind of traditional look. It still kind of pushes everything a little bit lower, so you're not reaching really up high. And they really have everything at this point. As far as refrigeration goes, I'd say it's hard for any brand to compare with the Sub-Zero. They definitely just have that history of longevity and reliability. And really, as far as options go, anything you really can ask
you know,
for.
both companies are, you know, I mean, Sub-Zero's family-owned, American-made, but Middleby's American-made. Mm-hmm. And, you know, they deserve, you know, if they get better, I'd love to be able to maybe sell them again. You know, it'd be nice to have like a different color on display, you know, but I think in cooking and pro rangers, I think they've got some validity. Everywhere else, I think Wolf's kind of reinvested and made a better product.
Yeah.
That's not always forever. And, you know, 3 to 5 years when we do this again, it could change.
Yeah.
You know? So who knows, especially if Middleby put some of that really cool cooking into that Viking line, I think they may have something.
Yeah. Changes happen in this industry, that's for sure.
Well, if you like the video, hit the subscribe button, and thanks again for watching.